Welcome to CEO Insights. I'm Marilyn de Guzman with investingnews.com. We're here at VRIC in Vancouver, and I'm sitting down with Peter van Alphen, President and CEO of Nuvau Minerals. Hi, Peter.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, let's start our conversation with an overview of the company. What are the key things you'd like investors to know about Nuvau?
So Nuvau, we're a new story. New story in the public markets. We just started trading on the TSXV under the ticker NMC on December 17th. And we have had the opportunity to take over a significant land package, past producing mine from Glencore, the Matagami property. And the Matagami Lake mine has been operating for 60 years. It's been historically a base metal mining camp, copper-zinc, and Glencore stopped operations in 2022. We took it over. It's got incredible exploration opportunity on it. It's a very large land package with multiple targets already identified. We've made 2 discoveries so far, but to enhance the value of the property in terms of its exploration potential is that what we've also got in the property is that we've got infrastructure. So we've got the infrastructure from the past producing mine, processing facility, a permitted mine. We've also got resource. We've got over 10 years of resource available to us as well on the property. So we've got all the pieces there required to at some point get the property back into production, but also incredible exploration potential in the northern part of the Abitibi Greenstone Belt. So we're in the right location. It's in Québec. So we've got incredible support from the Quebec government through various sources, including funding. And so it's a great story. It's a great place to have it. So we're very excited to continue this journey on this property now as a public company.
So as a news story, as you said, you've got a great property in a great jurisdiction. I think one of the things that investors also want to know would be, the people behind the company. Could you maybe talk a bit more about some of the key people in the leadership team and their experience?
Yeah, the management team of Nuvau and some of our largest shareholders are. We worked together at Premier Gold. I was a chief operating officer at Premier Gold. Before that, I was with Lakeshore Gold. I was with Pan American Silver, Tahoe Resources, FNX. So my background is operations. And, we've built mines, we've operated mines similar to this, right? Past producing mines that we have this opportunity to be able to bring these properties back into production. We've done that. FNX was a good example of that. And so being able to learn from some incredible people that have gone on and done this and been able to work with them has been a real privilege for myself. So that's myself. We've got experience on our chief financial officer as well, who's very experienced, being in this with Premier Gold, with Wolfton, with a number of past companies similar to this. On the geology side, our director of exploration is a retired Glencore geologist who was exploration manager on this property, Gilles Roy, and Gilles was responsible for the team that he led was responsible for the discovery of the last 2 deposits that were mined there. So there's probably a few people around in this world that know the property as well as he does. And then from a board perspective, again, we've got some significant players. Part of our large investors are on our board, and really bringing together, I think, a management team that we've been able to raise the money as a private company up until now. We've been able to get the company this far in terms of earning in on this property with Glencore, with the resources and the support of a lot of these board members as well. And we've kind of got the components that are needed to. We're not just talking about experience in exploration. We've got it. We're not just talking about exploration in operations. We've got it. So that's what we pride ourselves in, is that we've done what we say we're going to do. We've done it before.
And now, at the beginning of the year, maybe talk about some of your plans for 2025.
So for 2025, what we're looking at is we'll continue with exploration. We've currently got 3 drills running on the property, and the 2 of those 3 drills are drilling on exploration targets. We'll be drilling some more new targets during the course of 2025. Our drilling is typically focused on the beginning of the year and then the end of the year. So, a lot of the areas on the property, we need winter conditions to drill, to get ice to work off. And so there's going to be exploration happening throughout the year. But then in the background, we'll be continuing to work towards de-risking and basically working towards a production restart. So the technical work around we've already got a PEA on the property, and we'll be working to advance that work to the point that we can do a feasibility on the production restart. On some of the permitting that we do need, we need to permit a tailings facility. We've advanced that for the last 2 years, so we continue to work on the field work for that. So it's going to be a lot of both exploration and also de-risking work to basically bring the property back into production eventually.
Do you have timelines for when you think production can be?
It's at this point, I would say that, as it always does, is with permitting being the piece that drives it. So, I mentioned that we've got the infrastructure and we've got a mine that's already permitted. We are looking, the one piece we don't have is a tailings facility. The tailings facility that was there is that remains with Glencore, so it's a benefit to us because it was nearly full and that liability stays with Glencore. We don't have to take that on, but we don't have a tailings facility. So we've started the process for that, and we're expecting to have an environmental impact assessment done on the tailings facility by the end of 2025. That then puts us into where we potentially then, beginning of 2026, are putting that to the Quebec government, and that can take about 12 months for approvals on after having the EIA done. And so that takes us into the beginning of 2027. So 2026 would be the approval phase, we expect, and then 2027. So I would say the sort of early start of production is likely 2027. But again, it can go faster than that, but also a little bit slower. But that's kind of the rough outline of when production potentially could restart.
Right, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks again, Peter, for taking the time to speak with me.
Thank you very much.
And thanks everyone for watching. Join us again next time for another edition of CEO Insights. If you like this video, like or leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exclusive interviews and updates.